Hola, hola, lovelies. Hello. I hope everyone's doing well. So today we are going to be doing eyeshadow application for beginners, and I'm going to teach you how to apply eyeshadow without using too much, where you can have a pretty look, because that's one of the challenges for women is eyeshadow application, right? So I'm going to teach you how to apply eyeshadow very easily. I'm going to be using this palette. It's the Peach palette from Farmasi. It's one of my favorites. I use it for everything, but you can use it for eyeshadow as well. And we're going to be using actually all three colors. And don't be intimidated if you say, 3 colors? Oh my goodness, I can't do 3 colors. Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how. So the first thing we're going to do is you always need a transition color, which is a color that you apply, a light color that you're going to apply on the base of your eye, and it's going to go underneath your eye. Depending on the look that you want, you can do it all over your eye, or you can do it halfway from the crease up, so you can have that transition color. Today we're going to do it from the crease up, because inside we're going to be using a highlighter, just to give it that little pop. And it's going to be very pretty, very simple, and very easy. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a blending brush, and we're going to use this peach color that's right here. We're going to be using that as a transition color. Now, for the beginners who don't know how, there's an imaginary line from the corner of your eye to your eyebrow. Okay? If you can't put the eyeshadow on, if you don't know how to do it without the imaginary line, very simple. You can use a brush like this, which is a thin brush at an angle, and you grab one of the colors that we're going to be using, which is the darker brown right here. So we're going to be dabbing it, and we're going to be using it, making a line from the corner of your eye up. It's a very light color, and you don't have to worry about it, because once we put on the transition color, it's gonna blend out. But this is just so that way you have kind of like a guideline, okay, to where you're going to be stopping with the application. Very easy. Now we're gonna take the blending brush, and we're gonna take that peach color, and we're gonna be applying it. So you start from the center of, from the corner of your eye, right here, trying to stay in the crease. The crease is the indentation that you have in your eye. You're gonna start from the corner and keep it in the crease and going up. Always use your pinky as your like stand post to keep your hand steady. If you don't know how to do it without, if your hand is not steady, just use your pinky and apply it on your face, so that way it stays steady. Another tip is you don't want to go too low on the brush, holding the brush, because what that does is it creates, it's harsh on it. So you're going to get a lot of product. You want to start with very little. So you go with the middle of the brush, grabbing the product and applying from the corner of your eye, staying in the crease, and going down to this imaginary line that's here, that we created. We're going to go to that line and go down. And in circular motions, we're going to buff it out. Okay? And you go back and forth, what's called windshield wiper. From the crease up. If you have hooded eyes, you want to go above the crease. Hooded eyes means that when your eyes are open and relaxed, you see how it kind of goes down? You see the eyeshadow if you go like this, but you're not going to walk around like this all day. So you want to bring that eyeshadow up. And you start with very little. You grab very little and you build it. It's better to grab very little and build it as opposed to grabbing a lot and then you just have a lot of product on your eye. And then you go down like in a V, right where that line that we created. This palette is actually really good for beginners because it has such pretty tones, natural tones that you can use, and they're easy to work with. And there you go. Look how simple that was. And now you do the same on the other eye. You grab that that brush, thin brush at an angle. You grab the dark brown because we're going to be using that color. And don't let that color intimidate you. And you go to the corner of your eye and you make that line going up towards your eyebrow. That is your line. And you're going to stay within that line. And you want it to look up because it lifts up your eye. If you go past and you put your eyeshadow going down, it's going to go down. It's going to kind of give you like a droopier look. So you want to keep it at an angle going up so it lifts up your eye. Okay? So now we're going with the blending brush, grabbing that peach color, and doing the same thing on the other eye. Starting from the inner corner, right where the crease is at. And applying it back and forth. Back and forth. Okay? And then you go to that line and you just go up and down. Or in circulars. You're buffing out that line. Super easy. Let's add a little more. And bring it up towards the eyebrow, but not all the way up. You're going to leave a little space in the eyebrow, and then you bring it down, kind of like a crescent moon. You go up, and then you bring it down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clean the brush. This is called Clean Sweep. You can get this at TJ Maxx. You can get it at Marshall's. And what you do is you just put your brush in there and it takes off the color eyeshadow that you're using. Cleans up the brush so that way you can use another color. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go with this shimmery one here, which you can use as a highlighter to highlight. And you can also use it for your eyeshadow. And we're going to apply it from the corner of the eye to halfway on the bottom lid. So with the same blending brush that's been cleaned, we're going to grab that product and we are going to apply it from the corner of the eye halfway, leaving a little bit in the corner. See how pretty that looks? Simple. And you go to the other eye and you do the same. From the corner of the eye, you go applying it. And you apply it halfway. leaving a little bit in the corner. There you go. If you go a little bit too high, that's fine. You can always clean out the brush. I'll show you. Clean out the brush. Get rid of that color that we were using. Go back with this color right here. Very little, not too much. Start from the corner. And then just bring it back down. And that's going to cover up that white that I just put on the lid is going to cover it up. You can do it on the other eye if it makes you feel comfortable. And there you go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab another brush. This is a precision blending brush, meaning that it's a little bit smaller. So when you're going to apply the eyeshadow, it's going to basically stay where you want it. And it's not going to go all over the place. So we're going to grab this brown color. And right in the corner, in circular motions, you're going to add that brown. Bring it up. And bring it a little in, just a little bit. It's just to give it that extra dimension and that extra little color in the corner. Very simple, very pretty. And then you bring it in like a V in the corner. Let's add a little more. You go adding very little, and you go building it until you get the desired look. A little bit more on this one. In circular motions, and then bringing it in. And there you go. See how simple that was? How pretty. Something very simple to do. And then if you want an eyeliner look, you can also go back with the same angled brush. You grab that dark chocolate right here. You grab, make sure you take off the excess, and then right under your eye, you can use it as a liner. And it connects it. See that? How pretty. Simple. Practice makes perfect. I know some people say, oh, you make it look so easy. Well, it takes practice. Not everybody's born knowing how to do makeup, but if this is something that you like, just practice it. And you'll get there. Look at how pretty. Now, if you want to, you can go an extra step by adding a liner. You can add a liner to the top, which looks very pretty. This is a brown liquid liner. This is also from Farmasi, and you can just apply it here. You can thin line it. Thin lining meaning that you can apply it right close to your eyelash line, just to create that extra definition. Or you can do it halfway, which you can just, I'll show you. You apply it. You can do it halfway. You can apply it where you have the highlighter. Very thin, a very thin line. It's just to give it that definition. It's so subtle. It's like you really can't see it. But trust me, it makes a world of a difference. And I'm just doing right where the highlighter is at. And this is a brown color. I'm trying to stay with the same tones. But you could do black, you could do whatever you like, whatever floats your boat. Another thing you want, if you can also use to complete the look, I use the eyebrow mascara. This is in clear. And what I do is I just apply it on my eyebrow. I brush my eyebrow. I brush it up. This gel, this mascara, actually comes in color. So if you want to add color, a little bit of color, you can do so. I usually, for a more natural look, what I do is I use the gel. And that's it. Look how pretty. It makes a world of a difference. And you do the same. And I didn't even have to go back and take more product. All I did was just turn the brush around and I was able to apply it on the other brow. And this, what it does is it sets the eyebrow all day. It just puts it firm there. Your eyebrows aren't going to go anywhere. And look at how pretty. That's a natural look. And then, of course, you have to put on the mascara. So I'm going to be using the Optimal Mascara, which is actually from Farmasi. This is a nice mascara for every day. So we're just gonna apply, I think I'm just gonna apply one coat just to give it a natural look. You go twirling your wand very lightly. Try not to push too much because that's how you get it to transfer to your eyelid. So you go twirling it, twirling it, twirling it. And the corners, you could just use the tip of the mascara brush and just pull it outward. And then just add a little bit, very lightly, almost not touching. You just go back and forth and out, back and forth and out. I usually just do it in the corner of my eye. I don't do it on my bottom lashes. I don't do all of it. I just do the corner. And the same here on the other side. You go applying it, swirling your brush, but not so forcefully where it's going to transfer to the other side of your eye. The best way to put on mascara is to basically look up, but not too much. Is where you get your, because if you go down, your lashes are going to touch and you're going to end up touching your eyelid. So you want to kind of tilt your head back a little and kind of look down. I jab my eye, but since these mascaras are vegan and they're friendly, it's not going to irritate my eye at all, so I'm not worried, not one bit. And then in the corner, you just go applying. And then in the bottom, again, very lightly, back and forth, and then out. I'm not touching my skin, I'm not touching my waterline, strictly on the lash. And there you go. And that was simple, and that's only a couple of minutes. And basically what I used was 3 brushes. I used a blending brush, I used a precision brush, and then I used a liner brush to give me that line. And I only used one palette to do all colors. Look how pretty. And then I used the liner. I also used the palette to line. You can also use the liner if you want to go underneath. But this is going to stay there all day because once you're done with that, then of course you have to seal it with the setting spray. This is also from Farmasi. And you just spray your face, leave it. I'll show you. Very simple. You take it. Give yourself 2 to 3 pumps. And then you let it dry. Look at how pretty. So simple. I hope this video helped you, and I hope it encourages you to go out, grab yourself a simple palette with nice neutral colors, grab yourself the correct tools that you need to achieve this look. And it's very simple. A couple of minutes. Practice makes perfect. And voila. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you on another video. Thank you for your support. Love you all. Mwah. Take care. Bye.